It's time to train like a guru. Go Guru University is an ever-expanding, cutting-edge, interactive training platform with live weekly coaching calls constructed to train agents efficiently and compliantly. Go Guru University offers a library of training modules explaining Medicare A to Z, face-to-face and telesales training, SEO and other marketing, and much more. Visit goguru.university to schedule your one-on-one. It's time to grow your agency like a guru. Introducing Go Guru Pro. The Go High Level platform allows for minimizing software-based subscriptions and grants control over several facets of marketing and communication. Automate your workflow, communicate with your leads, book appointments in advance, and house all your clients in one secure location. Visit goguru.pro and schedule your one-on-one. Insurance Toolkits is the premier platform for effectively quoting final expense, simplified issue term life, and Medicare supplement policies. That's right. The intuitive underwriting software eliminates potential declines and provides accurate quoting for dozens of carriers. Medicare supplement underwriting is one of the most difficult things we have to teach a new agent. Visit insurancetoolkits.com to start your free 14-day trial.
If you're in the industry and you're trying to figure out how to figure it out, this is the place to be. You have other people in the industry that are successful, that are more than willing to share the knowledge, and that's how we grow and get better. So, Justin, your team, you guys did an amazing job, so we're just happy to be here.
Just want a special shout out to Brock and all of his team. Medicare Con 2022 has been absolutely fantastic. Love all the people here, all the new connections, and we can't wait to do it again. Y'all are doing it right for sure.
If you're in the industry and you're trying to figure out how to figure it out, this is the place to be. You have other people in the industry that are successful, that are more than willing to share the knowledge, and that's how we grow and get better. So, Justin, your team, you guys did an amazing job, so we're just happy to be here.
Just want a special shout out to Brock and all of his team. Medicare Con 2022 has been absolutely fantastic. Love all the people here, all the new connections, and we can't wait to do it again. Y'all are doing it right for sure.
Life goes on and 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 on. On and 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 on.
Welcome, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, and this is the Massive Games Podcast. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I come to you today with my good friend, Zach Mask.
What's going on, everybody?
I'm your co-host, Steven Martinez, and typically I do this show with Johnny Brock, the Johnny Brock, and me and him have not been able to get on the same page for a while and still are not able to get on the same page. So me and Zach are going to do an episode with you today, and I wanted to introduce you to Zach because he's been with us for about 4 months now, right? 4 months?
I started
5 months
in the first week of February.
Yeah, Zach started out full-time agent doing a lot of selling direct to consumers, which he's still doing. But you might have talked to Zach on the phone. We've got Zach calling some of our agents and talking to you guys and kind of working things out. So some of you might already be familiar with Zach and helping us out on the agent side. So welcome, Zach.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
What do you think about being on the Massive Gains podcast?
I thought that I would get here one day when I first started. I remember seeing you and Johnny. I was sitting right over there, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get there one day.
Happened a lot sooner than you expected, right?
Yeah, completely.
Hard work pays off. One of my favorite quotes from Brandon Clay is, "As you serve, you deserve."
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You like that? I like it. I love it. It was a great one. And you guys are all familiar with Brandon Clay. We've seen Brandon Clay at Medicare Con. Did you get a chance to watch Brandon's speech at Medicare Con, Zach?
I believe I was in there for that one. Yeah, Brandon.
Good. Glad you made that one. Okay. Glad you made it in there. It was actually probably one of the best ones in my opinion. I enjoyed a lot of them at Medicare Con. So if you were at Medicare Con, tell us who was your favorite speaker at Medicare Con this past year, so we know if we need to have any of them back. We have not named any speakers for next year's show, and we probably won't name any speakers until probably the end of AEP, somewhere around in there, maybe the first of next year. So if you're looking for speakers on next year's event at Medicare Con, it's going to be a while. But I can tell you that it's at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
Are we having breakout sessions again?
We are going to have some breakout sessions. So we just kind of nailed down a lot of this probably within the last couple of weeks. If you didn't know, or you've probably seen, but me and Jeff and Sed and Jacob made a trip out to Las Vegas to the Medicarians event. And the main reason for that was because we're having our Medicare Con at the same venue next year. So it just kind of made sense to go check out what they were doing and how they were doing it, and inspire us and get some inspiration from it, see what we could do and what the opportunity was being at that venue. So again, we come back from that full of a lot of ideas, with the wheels spinning. And so we've been sitting down, having a lot of brainstorming ideas and marketing ideas. And we've come up with a lot of it already. And so if you haven't already, go over to MedicareCon.com and check this out. Let me give you a little bit different. There you go. A little bit bigger picture here. So if you missed last year's event and you're still looking to get in on that, by all means, get the replay. $97 will get you the replay. Steal of a deal. And you'll get lifetime access. $97. There it is. But really what I wanted to show you is that we've got the dates set. So the dates are April 11th and 12th, which is a Tuesday and Wednesday.
I got pretty confused on that at first.
Middle of the week, right? We're going to switch it up. A lot of conference that you attend are the weekend. And that's good and bad. Like it's good because it doesn't cut into work hours, but then it cuts into family hours and family time. And so we figured if we had it during the week, we'll just let it cut into work hours and you can still get your family time, right? If you're really up to date on that time of the year, when that's going to be next year is right after Easter weekend. So Easter weekend is like April 9th or 10th. The 10th is Monday, the 11th Tuesday. So Monday, like that's Easter weekend, Good Friday, Good Monday. But right coming off of that weekend, you're going to have your family time, and then you're going to be able to pack up on Monday, come to Las Vegas, and then experience some of this agenda that we've put together. So if I scroll down the page here, we've got this agenda laid out because these are some of the biggest questions that we're getting asked about the event and leading up to last year's event. Again, these were some of the most asked questions is about the agenda and how this was all going to work out. So we wanted to lay this out pretty early. So we have the agenda on the page. So again, you're going to want to fly in on April 10th, which is Monday. We'll have a registration from 5 to 7. You're going to want to get in and register because you're going to need your badge to get everywhere inside of the MGM Grand. There will be security. You're not going to be allowed inside the welcome party without the badge. So get in early, get to the badge. If you get in, 8 and we're already partying, just come talk to one of us and we'll be sure to get you registered. But we don't want that to stop you, but we want you to get there in time. So plenty of networking opportunity on the first night. Let everybody come in. We're going to wake up Tuesday, have breakfast together, We'll give some time dedicated to the sponsors. And again, more networking opportunity there. We'll have some breakout sessions that last for about an hour and a half. During that time, really not set on the time frames on that, but just know that there will be some sort of mini breakout sessions where, we have some handful of speakers that have about 30 minutes or so to really just talk to you in smaller group settings. And so it was something that we did last year. We really liked the idea of what we were doing. We didn't really care for the execution on it. So we're looking to improve on that. So if you were at last year's event, we got a lot of good feedback on the format. And so people liked the breakouts the first day. And we're going to try to incorporate that into a 2-day event. So instead of it being a full 3-day event like it was last year, we're shortening that down to 2 days, but still trying to keep some of that format with the breakout sessions in there. So breakout sessions will be in the morning. We'll cut out for lunch, and then we'll actually come back and have our opening speech, and that's when the conference will start. So the first day, you're looking at a total general sessions of about 4 hours from 1 to 5, which will give us a pretty full day, but we didn't want to keep you in the room all day. Cause again, that's one of the things that we hear a lot is it's hard to sit in the room for, 8-9 hours and hear everybody. And when you have a good speaker lineup, you want to sit in there for everybody, but it's like, who do I go to the bathroom on, right? Like when do I take my pee break? And if you're like Justin, you just do that in the middle of your own speech. I've seen him do this like several times. We've been at, some of these speeches he's had in the middle of the speech, he'll be like, I'm sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom. And like literally just cut out. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. But if you know Justin, like it just fits him.
MedicareCon, did he?
No, he didn't do it at MedicareCon, but we were at like the NAHU symposium, and he's like speaking to a group full of group employee benefit insurance agents, and we're talking about Medicare, and like mid speech, he's like, I gotta go pee, and he's like out the door and back in a few minutes. But it's, I guess, a pattern interrupt, right? Like he gets your attention when he comes back. I don't know that it's by design, but it works. But we're gonna try to pack the speaker lineup with as many speakers as we can that would give you as much value as possible. Industry proven leaders that know what they're talking about, that are going to deliver on what we're asking them to give you, which is implementable content. Like we want you to be able to take some of the information directly back to your business, your agency, and start putting some of it in place and it make a difference like day one. So packing that line up in there from 1 to 5, that's a 4-hour session. And then we're going to have some parties. These will be 2 separate parties. There'll be a VIP party and a diamond party. So if you're on the edge about tickets, you're going to go to a party with all the rest of the VIPs if you have a VIP ticket. And if you have a diamond, you're going to go to the parties with the rest of the diamond ticket holders. So that'll be one of the big differences between that. Not that one party will be not as good as the other. They're both going to be up to par. Same thing. It's just the networking opportunity that's going to take place at the events themselves. So since it's Vegas, we'll run that to 11. Right? 11. We'll run it to 11. We had 8 to 10, but we were like, it's Vegas. So extra hour. And then we'll come back on Wednesday, which is the final day. And then breakfast at 8.
I like how we're having breakfast.
Oh yeah. We did make that decision too. It's important, right? Like we want to keep you in the venue. We don't want to have you running off. We want to make sure you're in the room in time. We don't need you like running off to get coffee and your own breakfast. Like we want to make sure we have everything in one spot. Mm-hmm. And if you've ever been to the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, you don't have to leave that place. Like it is a one-stop shop. You walk in.
There's a mall there.
We spent 4 days there, and I still don't think me, said Jeff, and Jacob like seen all of it. We walked around, and every time I was walking, I'm like, wow, I hadn't even seen this part. So it's a pretty big place. So it's a huge venue. With that being said, bring your walking shoes if you plan on attending.
See Joe Frazier's comment. What's up, Joe Frazier? We see your comments.
Yeah. I was just looking at some of these comments. Sorry for the hesitation. I was just going back and looking at some of these. We're going to try to get Johnny on the call here. If Johnny will join, we're going to bring him on the call, but we're on Johnny's time. So The man behind the mask. I like that. All right. So Tony says, yeah, Brandon Clay's pretty tough. Eric was good. I do always enjoy listening to Eric Fierro. Eric's always been one of my favorites to talk to in the industry.
What did Johnny say?
What did Johnny say? What's the most valuable event in the industry? That's a good metric, right? Like, if you're gonna have the best, you're gonna have the best. Like, what's the metric? Value? Time?
I guess how much information you're going to take in and how much implementable information you're going to take in and bring it back from the event.
Yeah, now value-driven event. That's what we aim to do. I mean, when we put together the event, we were like, it was really just supposed to be a small group of 25 people that we could get together and share high-level information, and it's just grown to be so much more than that.
How many people were at the first one?
175.
Then we had, how many? Was it 5?
Close to 400.
Okay. 400.
So, our goal was 150 for the first event.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 175 in the room. This year, our goal was 350. We got about 400 in the room. So next year, we're taking it up, not even another level, like 2 or 3 levels.
And
right.
then
We're going to the MGM Grand. That's a huge leap from Birmingham, Alabama to the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. And I'll just scroll back up here because
from Memphis
we have
Alabama.
Getting out of the South, right? We're getting out of the Mid-South. Went down to Birmingham to the Deep South, and now we're going out west.
I actually really enjoyed that one. It was a very
in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rossbridge. It was beautiful.
The venue was fantastic. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better venue. As far as the location of the venue,
yeah,
that could have improved, right? Like, so it was hard to get to. It was hard to get people from. There wasn't a lot of restaurants like nearby. And unfortunately, the restaurant that was there had a big, dining area, but it wasn't enough to feed 350, 400 people. So we did struggle with that. So MGM Grand is going to be more than enough to accommodate everybody that we have coming. Again, our goal is to get 1,000 agents in the room. And that's one big thing about our event is most of the people that are coming are other agents, right? It's not, just people that are in the industry in some type of way. It's people that are actually selling and doing what you're doing daily on a day in and day out basis. So it's good to network with these people and talk to them and talk shop and just figure out what are they doing that's working so well. And I promise you, people are willing to share this information, especially in conversation with you in a setting.
Matthew Murray.
I got a call from Matthew Murray. We're going to call him right back. He's going to tell me to dab or it's not live. I hope he doesn't say anything too crazy.
Is our light kick up, please?
Yeah.
Stephen Martinez, Matthew Murray, my friend.
Matthew Murray, you're live on the Massive Gains podcast right now.
What's going on?
Oh my goodness. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. I would dab for you, but I'm currently driving.
Yes, I figured the phone call to me was going to be dab or I wasn't live.
Well, you should dab now. Now that I know you're live.
Oh, there you go. Bam. There's your
I hope we are
live
talking about branding. Because if there's one thing I know, that has helped brand me in a lot of ways.
The dabber, you're not live?
Dab, you're live. People know if someone says dabber not live, they know it's Matthew Murray.
Right. Well, that's the StreamYard. You didn't even have to have it connected. I don't need to know who said that. I just Facebook user dabber is not live. That's Matt Murray.
Yeah.
So, exactly right.
No, man.
Well,
we were
talking about today.
We were talking about Medicare Con. We were just kind of recapping last year and what our vision is for next year going to the MGM.
Well, Vegas is going to be awesome. I know, us at Innovative Financial Group are super excited and always want to support, you and Justin and, Bobby Brock Insurance and everything that y'all are doing over there. We're super excited. I think me and you talked about, maybe I'm putting this on there, or maybe we should talk about it offline, but me and you talked about doing a breakout session or something like that.
Yes.
Would be awesome to go up to speak. We're like two big nerds on the Go Guru CRM. We talked, and I was actually calling you about that right now. to help the agents with some of their automation.
Okay.
So we can talk after this, but I'm excited about Medicare Con last year was awesome. The venue was awesome, and the food. I go to a lot of events, and the food was by far some of the best food that I've ever had in an event. Justin did not play games; he could food the recess. The food was awesome,
Yes,
and the content was even better.
we got a lot of good feedback about the food. So MGM is going to have, you know,
What did you eat while you were there? What was
Say
the
again?
best thing you had while you were there, Steven?
It was,
Steven he was there
it
too.
was some
wasn't
kind
he?
of that was good food. There was like taco stuff that was really good. I had chips and sauce, but it was like a whole taco plate that was incredible. I ate like 3 of them things. I don't know if there's a limit, but I definitely went through whatever I was supposed to have.
you just putting all you can eat to a test, huh?
That's exactly right. But yeah, the content was awesome. The speakers were incredible, and I'm glad that Justin put it out to be able to, purchase the recordings because even if you weren't able to attend live, those recordings are super powerful.
Dude,
Some of the speakers that you guys had up,
We're
were
selling it for
incredible.
$97.
I know I already got 2 of them.
It's honestly, it is a steal.
Yeah.
That's not an overstatement by any means. $97, you're going to get your money's worth. It's something, again, it's what we strive to make the event to be. And so the whole thing is, how can we continue to add value to an independent agent or somebody that is a smaller agency looking to grow that agency and breed more independent agents?
Well, have y'all talked about behind the agency right there in Tupelo, Mississippi?
We have not. That was on the list to talk about. We just started the call and we just got into Medicare Con and started talking about it just because we just released a lot of the details. So I don't know if you heard, Matt, but I was showing everybody the Medicare Con website because we released the agenda and the dates and kind of everything. So just released a lot more
Awesome.
details since we went to Vegas, a couple of weeks ago and got to experience that. We've kind of putting things actually in writing now and getting it locked in.
Well, that is awesome. I'm super excited. But whenever you're done with your call, or sometime tomorrow, give me a call. One of the agents that has GoGuru is buying leads from a vendor, and their vendor doesn't quite understand how to get it into GoGuru, which is pretty easy once you understand it.
Yeah.
But they just need a little bit of help. So
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
call me later.
I'll give you a call back on that. And then don't let me forget, me and you are definitely going to do a breakout. We're going to talk like go high level and super, super go high level, right? That's what we'll call it, the super go high level session.
I love it, my friend.
All
Well,
right.
enjoy the podcast. Tell everybody I said, hey, don't do anything I wouldn't do, but if you do, name it after me, okay?
Sounds good.
Nice talking
Appreciate
to
you, Matt. Take care.
All right, thank you.
Matt Murray. Love that guy. Matt Murray, IFG. He is a wizard with go high level. Like I'm able to do some
Click on that
things,
one.
but he shows me some things and I'm like, whoa.
Click on the bottom one.
So it's pretty. So the most valuable event in the industry is obviously Medicare Con. So,
Medicare Con just commented.
Medicare Con.
Medicare Con.
Boom. So if you haven't already, book your room. Rates are pretty low. Let me see what they was. I think they were
the
$69.
The cheapest was like 98, I thought, and the most expensive was 150, unless it's changed. Been a while.
See, they probably can't see this, but what is it, like $69 a night or something plus fees? Yeah, $69 plus $39 fee. So right at $100.
Yeah.
Staying in the MGM Grand, fantastic resort. I promise you won't have to catch an Uber. You won't have to go anywhere. Won't have to jump on the metro. We're going to keep you at the MGM Grand or very close by.
You could always just rent a scooter
for about 3 days. I didn't see a lot of scooters out there. Really didn't. Like we went to Salt Lake City.
We need to start a petition there as well.
They probably banned them because there's so many of them. You ever notice if like the city gets too big? Is this Johnny Brock? I thought you were going to join our call, Johnny Brock. Oh man, he's
Such a busy man.
He's too busy for us. But yeah, no, Las Vegas didn't have a lot of the scooters. Left Las Vegas, went to Salt Lake City, scooters everywhere.
They probably didn't have them because it's Vegas.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They probably had an issue with the scooters like laying everywhere in the roads and
People destroying them.
yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna keep you at the MGM Grand. If you're looking for more information, head over to MedicareCon.com. Again, haven't announced any of this year's speakers, but these are some of the speakers that we've had in the past. Oh, and then we added some
Yeah.
frequently asked questions, right? So this is a section of the site where we're going to continuously add stuff to it because we're always getting these types of questions, and I want there to be a resource that everybody can go to and just kind of get them all. Last year we didn't have this, and this was kind of an oversight. This year we're going to have this frequently asked questions, and we're going to continue to build this out so it's a ongoing list of asked questions. So
Subscribe to the newsletter.
yes, if you want to stay up to date, subscribe to the MedicareCon newsletter. You'll get all the emails and updates about the upcoming event next year. When we are releasing the speakers, you'll get the emails of who they're going to be. So that's good stuff. What'd you have on the list? Oh, the behind the agency and the behind the marketing event. So this was something
July.
else that we wanted to come on here and talk about. And so I'm sure most of you seen something about this, but we still got a lot of questions about what is behind the agency. What is the behind the marketing? So our mini events that we've been doing, as I mentioned a while ago, we started Medicare Con because the initial goal was to get a small group of people that are in the industry and let's talk about what we're doing in our agencies to make them successful. And if we can share all that information in a small, intimate group, then everybody's, the rising tide raises all ships, pretty much, right? And we firmly believe that. And so we created Medicare Con to start that. If you're familiar, we originally called it Medicare Gurus Mastermind, piggybacking off of our Medicare Gurus Facebook group name. So Medicare Gurus Mastermind, and it just turned into so much more. It turned into a lot bigger event where you wouldn't even consider it a mastermind. It turned into a full-fledged conference. But the idea was to have a small mastermind. And we created Medicare Con, and it is a very valuable and impactful event, but it's on a larger scale. And so we really wanted to create a smaller event where we were just pulling back the curtains and showing you everything that we were doing in our agency to scale it, to make it grow, how we're feeding agents leads, how we're paying commissions, what is our LOA structure. Like we just wanted to show you everything so you can go and replicate it. And we just charge you a small fee for it. We don't ask you to, move all your contracts under us. We don't ask you for any, obligations or anything like that. We're just showing you all the information for a small fee. You're literally paying for a cheat code. You're cutting your learning curve in half. And there's almost everybody that's been to the event. Like you can ask anybody that's in this picture here. If you recognize any of them, go ask them. Like they will tell you it's probably one of the best uses of their money they've ever spent, just because we're literally pouring all of the information that Justin and I know out into you. And granted, Justin knows a lot more on the Medicare side, but I've had the opportunity to sit next to him for about 5 years now, and I've learned a lot. And maybe to a fault, but I'm very analytical. And so when he says something, I don't just let him get away with saying something. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean? Right. Cause it's Justin understands it, but he'll generalize it a lot. And I'm like, I need to understand. I need to know what you're talking about. So I'm very analytical. So I've always pushed Justin to like give me information and share information. But with that, like I've been able to learn a lot. And so I'm grateful for that. But it gives me the opportunity when people are here in Tupelo, like I can, Justin's tied up a lot. Everybody wants to have that conversation with Justin. And if you have a conversation with Justin, he's going to talk to you, right? Like he's going to talk to you all night. He doesn't mind that at all. But it gives me opportunity to kind of sneak in there and give you some of that same valuable information that I've been given from Justin. So the idea behind this is we're getting 15 to 20 people into our Tupelo campus over here on our West Main campus, where we do all of our marketing. We're going to set you down in a classroom environment, and we're literally going to show you everything I just talked about. And any questions, like we're not holding anything back. There's nothing to hide. We're really an open book, and we're going to do that for 2 days. And so we done this all of last year. We probably done about 5 or 6 of these events so far, and they've been great. But what was happening is my part of the presentation, I've been spending a whole afternoon on, because I do the marketing edition of Behind the Agency, right? So like everything I talk about is the marketing, all of our direct mail pieces, how we're running Facebook ads, how we're running seminars, how we're doing our webinars. Like I talk about all of that, but I only have a couple of hours.
Basically how you feed the machine.
How we're feeding the machine. Exactly. We got an LOA office on the other side of town that has 6 agents sitting in it. And how are we keeping them fed? How are we keeping the other office in South Haven with 2 other agents in there? How are we keeping them going? How are we keeping them fed? Right. Like, so we're showing you all of that so you can go and replicate it. But my portion of it was taking a long time because it's already a lengthy presentation, about 50 slides. And again, there's a lot of questions in there. So everybody's like, hey, how do you do this? And it really started taking up a lot of time, which is good. It's good information. Don't mind that at all. But what I told Justin was, like, we could literally talk about the marketing for 2 days, because what we get into is only a fraction of it, right? Like there's a lot more to it. And if we really wanted to talk about the marketing, like I could spend 2 full days just talking about everything that we're doing with the marketing and how to do it. And so with that being said, he was like, let's create another event. Let's do a Behind the Marketing event. So with the Behind the Agency coming up, we have it July 14th and July 15th. But if you go to behindthemarketing.com,
It's July 11th and 12th.
wrong?
No,
you're talking, yeah, I'm
Behind the
sorry.
Marketing is.
Yeah. But if you go to Behind the Marketing, what we did was lined up a Behind the Marketing event right there that same week. So this is a Monday and Tuesday, and then the Behind the Agency was Thursday and Friday. So if you want to come spend an entire week with us, you can spend Monday and Tuesday where we do a Behind the Marketing event. Then you'll have a day off. You can kind of go see some of the sights of Tupelo and enjoy some of the things that our little town has to offer. And then on Thursday and Friday, we'll have a new group of people coming in to do the Behind the Agency event. So it gives you, and we've had a lot of people sign up for this, but that was that 1 week where we were getting people an entire week where we're going to pour in all of our Behind the Marketing and our Behind the Agency information all in 1 week and give it all to
It's gonna be a
you.
big week.
Big.
Very big week.
It's going to be impactful for a lot of people. So
I see a lot of trips to Memphis in my future.
So Zach, he's been dealing with some of the transportation. So, but if that wasn't, something you were interested in, we're having one solo one in September 19th and 20th. That's a
Wait,
Thursday.
It's set up the same way in September as well.
Is
One
it?
whole week, I believe.
We might have done it that
Pretty
way.
sure. Yep.
All right. So September 22nd and 23rd.
That's what I was thinking.
The 19th and 20th. So again, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and a Friday. So
Behind the Marketing will be first on the week, and Behind the Agency will be the last in the week.
yeah. And so here's
We actually have a very great deal on our Behind the Marketing and Behind the Agency right now. If you would like to speak with one of us, let us know.
we are. Justin made the Facebook post last week. I was in Salt Lake City when he did it because somebody asked me about it, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They're like, well, Justin said that we could get the deal of a lifetime if we signed up for Behind the Agency and Behind the Marketing. And when I heard what the deal was, I was like, yeah,
That is a deal of a lifetime.
that is the deal of a lifetime. So, this was just a video recap that we made from our most recent Behind the Agencies. But again, this is just the style, just to give you an idea of what's going on, how we're setting it up, how we're getting people in the room and doing what you're going to do. But they've been events that I enjoy because, like I said, people get to see Tupelo. We get to show them what a great town we have, and people leave and they're surprised with how cool Tupelo is, or how cool we make it seem, rather. So,
Man.
oh, joke. Yeah, I love
Oh,
joke.
joke. Frazier.
So yeah, let's see. I'm just looking at some comments here. Boom.
Tony Merwin.
T-Mer. Love T-Mer.
The big man. Was that Justin, you think?
Yeah, it had to be. Boom. Boom. Okay. Well, just reading through some of the comments here. But
I had to.
We're gonna go ride our scooters.
Yeah, let's go bust the block.
So me and Zach got scooters. Have y'all
I got this.
like you got the scooters. But way. Are you gonna bring the scooter on camera? So you know the scooters that you see driving around like the bigger cities, the ones you can rent, the Uber, the Lyfts. Well, me, Johnny, Zach, all have scooters, and we're petitioning the city of Tupelo to get some scooters that we can rent out. But we bought our own scooters just because scooter gang, right? Johnny was the first one. Johnny bought a scooter and he's scooting around. Johnny's scooting around, and then I got on it and I was like, wow, that thing's pretty fun. And so we went and bought ourselves some scooters. So it's just riding around the office on the scooter. These are the scooters we got. Boom. We're balling. They're on sale. Better get you one. Save $100. Boom. Get you a Segway.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that Max before. Hey, how much were they? Where was that you saw?
They are too much fun. I've been riding around my neighborhood, and like my neighbors look at me like I'm probably crazy.
That was the exact one that Johnny had, I believe.
This is the one that me and Zach have. The E45.
Scoots.
20 mile an hour, like max.
Mine has a 31
range.
mile range, it said the other day. We got those 9-inch anti-puncture.
Ah, you jailbroke yours.
What?
You jailbroke your scooter, like unlocked the speed limit?
No. It says 31 when I charge it all the way on the app. It says 31 miles. No. It hasn't been over 20 miles an hour in a while.
Your scooter?
Yeah, unless I go down a hill or something.
Top speed. Well,
dying.
Catch us on a scooter. You'll probably see us in a story or two soon. We're about to go catch a couple blocks. So it's about 5:30 and it's scoot time. So peace out. Curbside?
Baby, you keep controlling. I'm addicted to the